guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kenna and I'm a Cameroonian YouTuber based in Douala, Cameroon. Thank you very much for clicking on this video. So as you can see from the title, today I'm going to be talking about breaking free from your controlling African parents. Okay, if you are watching this video and you are having problems with your parents because they feel you're being disrespectful because you have become an adult and you're trying to tell them, I can do this by myself, I know what I'm doing, I can make my own decisions. Put your hand up like this. Don't worry, your parents are not in the comment section, okay? They'll not see. Anyway, growing up, I noticed that a lot of African homes, they see disrespect. Like if you start growing up into an adult and then you start telling your parents like, no, I know I want to make this decision on my own, I know what's best for me, I want to make decisions to myself, a lot of parents look at it like, hey, this one's being disrespectful. No, it's not disrespect. When you get to a certain age, you get to that point where you have to start making decisions for yourself. It's true, your parents, it's always going to be difficult for your parents because they have been the ones making all the decisions for you. So when it's time for you now to start making your own decisions, it's actually always a struggle for your parents to just let go and trust that you have everything in control. And I have people who are married, have children, and their parents are still controlling them, trying to tell them what to do. They have a lot of problems because of that. So if you're having that problem, worry no more, because in this video I'm going to share with you different ways how you can tell your parents that, mommy, daddy, you know what, I'm a big girl now and I can make this decision on my own. Okay, so if you're interested in something like that, just keep watching. So like I said, this is not about you disrespecting your parents. So if you feel that, I'll come and start telling you, shout at your mother, tell your father that this, tell him that, shut up the nonsense. Like, this is not what that video is about. Even me, I don't do that to my parents, so I will not tell anybody to talk like that or do anything like that to their parents. Guys, please, there's a lot of noise around. I don't know whether people are getting that, but there's a lot of noise around. I hope it does not affect this video because I'll be so mad. It has taken a lot for me to sit today to shoot this video. Okay, so the very first thing I'm going to tell you is that stop trying to please your parents. Okay, stop trying to please your parents. If you have gotten to that point where your parents will tell you, go and, for example, go and walk in Douala, and you know that walking in Douala is not what is best for you, walking in Douala is not what you want to do, walking in Douala is not what will make you happy, you tell them that, I'm sorry, I cannot do it because that will not make me happy. And you don't have to be rude about it, you don't have to be aggressive, you just have to put them down and talk to them like an adult, because at this point you are an adult. Stop trying to please your parents. And I think this is where a lot of people get stuck, because you're always like, oh, how do you want me to tell my mom no? I have a friend, guys, I have a friend who actually went and did medicine for 7 good years just because he was trying to please his mom. After doing this, he comes and starts practicing and it's like, I do not feel fulfilled, I do not feel happy with what I'm doing. He has gone back to school to start doing communication. You see cases like that. If he had probably told his mom, maybe the mom would have been mad, the mom would have been angry, but with time she should have understood that, okay, okay, you see, this is what my child really wants, this is what will make my child happy. So okay, let me just leave them to go ahead. So you have to try to stop doing things that please your parents. Ask yourself, okay, my mother or father wants me to do this thing, how do I feel about this thing? Does this thing actually make me happy? If I do this thing, will I get the fulfillment? Will I be happy? Will I not feel resentful at the end of the day? If you see that, oh, what your parents are asking you to do is what you actually like, what will make you happy and all that, okay, by all means go ahead. But if you look at it and you're like, I'm doing it because, oh, my mom, my father, I know people who have gotten into marriages because, oh, my mom really will make my mom happy, it will make my father happy. They go and get themselves into unnecessary trouble. So you want to ask yourself, are these things that they're asking me to do, will it make me happy? Is it what I want? Is it what I need? Yes, sometimes it might be a mistake, but you are at this point an adult. Your parents have to learn to respect the fact that, oh, you have a right to they have a right, they can advise you, but you are not forced to take every advice they take, because some parents will get really upset when they tell you, no, this is the right thing for you to do, and then you sit down, you make your own decision and go ahead and do something else. So I think parents also have to learn to understand that when a child has come to a certain age, it's about time that they start thinking for themselves. Yes, they'll make mistakes. You cannot control it. Even if you control this one today, tomorrow the child will still make another mistake. So you just have to, what I think you should do is raise your kids, and when they get to 18, you throw them into the world. If they come back to you for advice, you give them your advice. If they take your advice, okay. Or if they don't take your advice, okay. Your greatest work is from when they're 0 to 18. When they get to 18, you just have to let them go, because at that time they're young adults, and it's left to them to see what's right or wrong. You have already done your part to teach them this is right, this is wrong. So you throw them in the wall and just keep praying for them. The next thing I'm going to tell you to do is set boundaries. This can really be hard. I don't know, when I look at my kids today, I'm just like, hey, oh my God. So one day these kids will come and tell me that, mommy, I am an adult and I can make my own decisions. Hey, when I think about it, my heart then I go now and I remember how my mom would have felt when I was saying that to her. But you have to make your parents to know that, okay, there are boundaries. And sometimes it's not bad if you feel that talking to them or saying it to them might make them to feel a certain way. You just have to show it to them, okay? You just have to show it to them, like they'll know that, okay, there are boundaries. There are some parents that want to know who you're dating, who you're sleeping with, who you're everything with. They will ask you. They will not beat you, especially when you're an adult. If you don't want them to know, you don't let them know. You could be dating and your parents are disturbing. I know some people who show like 15 girlfriends, 14 boyfriends to their parents, because their parents keep pushing, oh, I want to know this person, I want to know her, I want to know who you're dating, I want to know. So the kids keep bringing because they are trying to please you, because they don't know that they have to set boundaries. But you want to make your parents know. You have to set boundaries. Like if your mom or your dad comes and they're constantly asking, who are you dating, who are you dating, who are you dating, tell them nothing. If you tell them nothing, they'll just worry and stop at one point, and they're like, okay, this one is dating, but they don't want me to know. So you have to set boundaries, and it's from that boundaries that they start understanding that, oh, this one is becoming an adult, this one has started thinking for his or herself, so I cannot come and be controlling them anyhow. The next thing I'm going to say this one works like magic, and I'm actually my mom is going to be watching this video. Well, anyway, yes, I'm letting this secret out. The next thing is the power of yes, guys. The power of yes. You underestimate that word yes a lot, okay? Somebody told me that just say yes, okay? Just say yes and do what you want to do. I'm not going to be giving out that somebody's name in this video as well, because my mom will come for that person. Anyway, somebody told me this and I tried it and it works like magic. You know something? If you discover that your parents are so controlling, they always want to tell you what to do, they want to tell you how to act, where to go, they're giving you unsolicited advice, guys, tell them yes, okay? If your mother tells you carry your chair and keep it outside, because outside is where to keep it, tell your mother yes. And most of these things actually work when you're no longer in your parents' house. If you're in your parents' house, you're on your own. No, this one is when you are independent, you're living on your own, and then you're trying these things. I'm telling you, because if you're living in your parents' house, they'll just be shutting you up every time. Like if you feel you're too grown, go and get your own house. So first of all, be independent before you try any of these things. So like I was saying, say yes. If your mom says they don't carry a baby on the back, they carry a baby on the chest, say yes and go ahead and do what you think is right, okay? What always happens in cases like this is that they'll say the first time, they notice, I told you to do this, you went the other way. They tell you the second time, you go the other way. They tell you the third time, you go the other way. By the fourth time, they'll give up. They'll just be like,
anything that I'm saying, this one is never here, you know. Never. Anything strong head picking. The air, no nothing. Anything I'm picking on the air. So I don't need to me again. Anyhow I want to do, I made it do.
Yeah, so the power of yes. That is something. Sometimes I used to get myself in so much trouble. I will quarrel. I was stressing. But when I started saying yes, be it to my elder sister, my parents, my in-laws, like anything that you say, you don't talk your own. Okay, now so you talk now. Okay, yes. Okay, now this is how they do it. Yes, especially when I started having kids, everybody seemed to have something to say. And since a lot of people know that I'm the quiet person who doesn't talk a lot of people were just, they were not giving me suggestions. So people were just telling me what to do. So in that case, I was just like, yes, 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 yes. And I come and sit and do the one that I feel like I want to do. And after some time, these people got to understand that they cannot control me. They cannot tell me what to do. So they just stopped talking. Okay, so yes, it's very powerful. I'll give you guys an example. So when I got married, my mom used to come here all the time to come and help me when I gave birth, when I was pregnant. My mom was always here when she was in Cameroon. My mom was always in my house. She was always here. Oh my god, I miss her. I miss you, mommy. I miss you so much. So my mom was always here. So normally my mom has her own way of doing things. She has her way of cooking certain meals and all that. Let me give you guys an example. Fufu corn. I cook my fufu corn with a whisk. I turn my turkey in a makokot. You could know that pot now, that country pot. Yes, I turn my turkey in a makokot, and my mom will always come and she'll be like, they know the turn fufu with whisk. They know the mix turkey for the kind of pot. They know the, she was always talking and always talking and always talking. And when she talks, I'll just tell her yes. She'll be like, go and buy this thing. I'll tell her yes. When she comes the next time, she sees I'm doing it. So with time, my mom just understood that, okay, all these things I'm saying, this child, she's not hearing. She keeps doing it her own way. She'll always throw it in there. Kenna, you too strong head. She'll always attack me and my elder sister like, Kenna, you too strong head. But it got to a point that if she comes to my house and she wants to do something, she'll be like,
Kenna, I know something of your house, and I know say you get so you get away like I'm doing there. So can't show me the way you want a man to do things because I don't want to have my own style. You can't talk say mommy don't count that or mommy style.
You get. So yeah, she just started making fun of it, and you see that she had understood that, okay, right now I'm in Kenna's house. Kenna likes her things to be done in a certain way, so I respect that. So that's just how you do it, step by step, and you get there. When you do the yesing, okay, the next thing that a parent, there are some parents that will let go, like, okay, she say yes, it means she's already tired, she doesn't need my advice and all that, they let you be. But some other parents, right, they go now to the next stage, which is emotional blackmail. They'll start telling you things like, anything I talk, you know, they ever hear. You don't know, say, I carry for my belly for 5 months. You don't know how I almost died. How I born you. You did this. They practically, emotionally, they blackmail you emotionally. Okay, so you have to be able to recognize emotional blackmail. You have to be able to recognize it. If you are able to recognize it, you call your parents bluff off. Because some parents say, if they want to blackmail you here emotionally, you will just kill yourself and you just feel like you're the worst child on earth. You feel horrible. So you have to recognize emotional blackmail. You could be listening to your mom tells you what to do, or your dad tells you what to do all the time. You always listen, and then that one time you tell her, no, I was thinking I could do it this way. You know, they ever hear to her talk. Call the bluff. That's just your parents being, they're blackmailing you emotionally. You have to be able to to differentiate it, because this particular one, it gets to a lot of kids when their parents start talking like that. They just feel like, oh my god, mommy don't start where mommy, no so yeah, mom, you don't love me, that's why you're doing this. Oh, the child will just be like, no mommy, no so, hey, I go do to you one time more. Be able to recognize emotional blackmail, because your parents will blackmail you emotionally. They will manipulate you. So you have to be able to recognize that. When you recognize it, you call their bluffs. They'll stop. They will stop that thing. They'll not do it anymore, because they're like, okay, this child has started to understand that I get what they're saying. Okay. The last but not the least, okay, is that this is for those parents who like to control even your finances. I'll advise you that don't make your parents to know how much you're spending, because don't get me wrong guys, don't make your parents know how much you're spending, not because they are going to go ahead and start asking you for money. Like, it's your duty to take care of your parents. I am not in any way saying that because your parents will start asking you for money and step you. No, I'm just saying this because some parents will go worry past. When your mom, for example, know that, hey, they're paying my son 2 million, your mom will start now like,
now which
and it is often from a good place. Okay, your parents will start worrying like, but why can't you do this, why can't you do that? They want to start controlling. Don't do this is a bad business idea, come and do this. So that is another place where a lot of parents will control their kids. So to just avoid that, to just save yourself from all that kind of unnecessary drama, don't tell them how much you're making. You can give them an estimate like, mommy, I'm making from between 300 to 700,000. Make your choice. So they'll be thinking like, okay, but you can do this, but you cannot do this. But when you tell them exactly how much they can make, your parents will sit and plan your future for you, and they're like, you have to be able, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do that. It's true that sometimes they'll give you really good advice, but that unnecessary pressure, if you don't want that unnecessary pressure, I'll just advise you that you don't do that, because your parents worry. They want to see that you're at your best. They want to see, so there are certain things that you want to do that they will not just get it, certain decisions that you want to make that they will not just get it. They might feel like certain decisions of yours you're just being extravagant, or you're doing this because you know the thing, when in reality you've thought about it well and you know exactly what you're doing. So yeah guys, try this and tell me whether you succeed. Like I said, please don't go and start shouting at your parents or talking badly to your parents. And you say that now, watch Nakokena video. Kena said that this is how you can get, you can stop your parents from controlling you. No, you can always be nice. You can reason with them. There are certain things that when they talk to you, you sit down, reason with them. When they reason with them and you see that they don't reason back, okay, well, you start trying everything I told you in this video. Let me know what you think. If you like this type of content, let me know. I'm going to see you guys on the next one. I'm really exhausted. Love you. Bye. Mwah, mwah.